So what we are going to be doing today is we're going to be kind of taking a little room tour. I will show you some of my things that I have. Maybe some of you might be interested what we have. Anyways, so let's begin.
You're watching BZG TV.
So when you step into here, into my office, this is my charging type of space where I even have an Amazon Alexa device, a pair of headphones for when friends are over and they want to play games. If we now turn around, you guys will see my printer slash my NAS, which in fact is a Buffalo LSGL NAS, with my printer being a Brother Fax 2840. Yeah, it's a good printer. I found her abandoned. It was supposed to go to landfill. But I decided, to bring her home, see if she still works, and she's working flawlessly. Like, even the sound she makes, I'm gonna show you that. That's just, by the way, just the side fan. Yes, she has a fan, which kicks on. She's gonna go and scan the, cartridge inside. There she goes. I'm gonna have ambience in the video, but that's basically that. Then we have my network switch. This is a TP-Link, which is unmanaged, so this is an unmanaged. As you can see, we have most of these links active. I only have one link left available. If we now move downwards, you can see we have two PCs. This is the AI PC, which has an RTX 2080, 32 gigabytes of RAM, and an AMD Ryzen with 6 cores and 12 threads. Basically enough for any real demanding workloads. Even Minecraft server related stuff can be done with it. It runs my Proxmox server. So it basically is just like a virtualization server for when I need to virtualize something. I can do that with this server. It currently runs a Minecraft server and my router. And of course, we move downwards and we have, my extender, which just comes from the main signal going over Wi-Fi and terminates into this Cat 5e cable, which is very long actually. I could show you how long it is, though I don't know if they're playing on the server right now, so I don't really want to bring everything down right now, so yeah. And then we have a bunch of stuff down here, a bunch of rows of things that are inside of this room. Of course, now I'm going to not go through each and every one of these in detail, but here are the most important. Beginning with this one, this yellow one houses my coolers, an I/O shield, the Super Micro coolers, which I still have, and my blower for when I want to dust something off. So you can see this is the cable drawer. We have a bunch of cables here like VGA, composite cables, the switch cables, basically for my switch. Then we move over to the right. Now this is my Nintendo drawer. See, it says it on it. This basically has some, Nintendo 3DS's, the AIO liquid cooler, which I have, which I can't currently use because I don't have the screws and holder for it. Then we have my screws. They're all inside of these little boxes. Then on the ground, we move over and we have pretty much the SATA cable, RAM, and extension card drawers. Now, one of these cards, the one that's right there, is a 10 gigabit Ethernet card, which came out of the rack server. I bought a 10 gig card for it, but yeah, my motherboard broke, so yeah, it was intended to be a little more than what it was. But yeah, now I have a 10 gig card. Then if we move below, you can see this is my GPU drawer. This, my friends, is the GTX 1080. Before I started this channel was my go-to daily driver. Right now it's just resting for its next opportunity. Now you might ask, why did you jerry-rig these fans onto here? And the simple answer to that is, the original stock fans, which were inside of this thing, actually died due to, I guess a bad bearing. And I wanted to basically be able to, if it happened in the future and it died, or replace these fans and everything will be back to normal. We move on, and this is a NVIDIA card as well, which is passively cooled. Then here we have a card which was in fact the first card that I ever used for AI processing. This, my friends, is the EVGA GTX 760. It has a total of 2 gigabytes of VRAM. The fans are still working. I'm hoping the bearings on these will stay good for a while. I mean, yeah, you can see they'll spin. Then of course we have more passive cooled cards and a little profile bracket again. We have another card. This is a AMD card, which I'm yet to test if it works. I'm hoping it does. I have not tested it yet. Some card that I got from somebody. It's a, as it says, Radeon HD 6870. It's an AMD card. And I also found the sticker, which in fact has to go back onto here because this PC had it. Let me put it back. There we go. And it's back on there, the i3 sticker. And there's another Intel sticker in here. This is a i7 8th gen sticker. It is from the HP Omen that I had to take apart for parts. Moving down from there, we just have a drawer full of DVD drives. I have so many of these, I really need to get rid of some in some of my builds, but as you can see, I'm already trying each of these. Even this one has a DVD drive inside of it, and this one doesn't, due to the sake that it's not necessary for this one. Let's talk PCs. Here you can see basically all of those from the rescue, even this one. So this one is from the rescue. It's an Acer mini PC of sorts. It had a, well, AMD video card, which I had to take out, and that actually got this system to work again. It's of course not each of these are, well, perfectly clean, but they're mostly clean, so that's totally fine. Then we have another one of these rescue PCs. Now this one might look similar, because it is, in fact, the same case as one of these servers, just original with its original hardware inside. Then we move down, we have more. You can see there's a Blue Ship PC, there is another Acer, that is where the dial-up modem in my short that I made on it is inside of. Then moving over here, we have a Sheaftech PC, the one for my dad. It's basically right now an empty case. I do want to make something out of it, but not at the moment. Then we have a Packard Bell, which right now is just 4 parts essentially. I have a motherboard that I could use it with. Moving over, we have my Dell Optiplex 755. It's a beautiful device. I absolutely still love the Dell. I'm hoping she still works. I haven't tested her in a while. I should probably do that, but I think she still works. Let's move on. Now, this is where the magic happens. This is where I edit my videos or play games if I want to do it, and also record my voiceovers and things like that. So we're gonna start by just talking desk setup. So my audio interface right now is a Go XLR, which I want to replace at some point because realistically the compatibility of these just sucks ass. Then we have my monitors. These are 165 Hertz monitors. They're from Kurui. It's a company which is, I guess, a Chinese company which just has LG panels of sort or something. Then we have my keyboard and mouse. Those are, well, Corsair keyboards, so it's a K80 something, I think. And the mouse is just something that I found which has a wire. I like wired peripherals because I don't need to change batteries, it's just nice to have. Essentially, the microphone is a Shure SM7B on a Rode arm. I know you can call me like mismatcher. I do mismatch a bunch of this stuff, but as long as it works, it's not a problem. Well, Spider-Man holding a controller is just a controller holder. Then we have something that my mom made for me. And no, I'm not a furry before anyone asks. It's just that I like that. It's just cool to kind of have, and what's inside of it I will show eventually on this channel once I can get around to it. We have my headphones holder, and my headphones are in fact the Beyerdynamics DT990 Pro Limited Edition 80 ohm. Okay, moving up, we have my speaker pile, or what I like to call the speaker pile. All this essentially is when I'm like building PCs, I like to listen to music. Of course, inside the videos when I record them, I don't listen to music on these, but I have the option. So one of these is an Extreme 3 from JBL. They make awesome sounding speakers. I'm very happy with the sound stage of this. I am not going to demo that. Then we have a Flip 6. That one was actually the one that I had before I got the big one. The small one is, well, kind of my go-to if I don't want to carry around this massive chunky thing. And then we have something funny. It's a little insider that I took from my school before I left, which in fact is supposed to imply, well, computer service. That is what that is implying it's just the translation. I just found it funny because the fact that she is turning off a Macintosh like that, that's kind of hilarious. But yeah, moving on. So if we walk back to the, well, beginning, you guys can see this closet. Now I'm gonna show you what's inside of it. It's not that spectacular, but yeah, I know it's a mess in here. I do have to fix it. It looks absolutely crappy in here. I promise the next time you'll see it, it might be fixed or not. So yeah. Alright, so starting we have my screwdrivers. They're both screwdriver sets. Below that we can see, well, my Dell Optiplex 3050 and the Mac Mini from 2012. I want to use them later, probably for something. They're just being stored in here because this closet is more than ideal enough. Alright, moving down. We have one laptop of mine, and you can also see I have a VR. Then we move down another, and we have, well, keyboards and all the laptops that I physically have. If we move over to the right, we have my Launchpad Pro, and below that is my first Launchpad I ever had, which is Launchpad Mark II. I'm not a fan of the newer Launchpads, to be honest. I don't like the newer ones, especially the ones with the like square buttons. We have my electrical session. This is where I can keep basically all electrical stuff. I even have a mat for when I need to do phone repair. We have, well, a speaker down here. We have a box with candles. Yeah, that's just for scent. They're scented candles. And some wire stuff, a breadboard, and things like that. So that's this closet done. And then we move over to this closet right here, where if we start, I have a bunch of cables, my power measuring meter for when I need to measure for videos, the consumption and things, which is right over there. It is in fact a Microsoft Surface. I know people are gonna hate me. And this is my old parts drawer. I have a bunch of stuff in here, like a GPU, the first NVIDIA there was. I have a bunch of stuff in here which I really want to maybe try once more in the future. I guess we'll see. Now moving down, this is, well, my usually sweets drawer where I have some candy and things that I usually eat. Right now it's empty because I don't have any candy at the moment. I do want to get me some though. But yeah, we have some microfiber cloths in here for cleaning stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much that. This is my mousepad drawer. We have some Temu desk pad mouse pads. Pretty cool. And yeah, they're just in here chilling. Then in the screen drawer, we have a bunch of stuff. So for one thing, we have some computer mice in here. We have some keyboards. Well, one keyboard for my tablet. Then we move down, we have my, well, defective / currently out of use fans. Now, what out of use means is essentially they're not being used at the moment, or they are defective, like these two are. One of these I think has a bad bearing, and the other one has, well, a motor which doesn't really turn anymore. So that's why they're in here. I do want to maybe resolve that in the future by just like soldering one part of it and basically soldering the other back on or something along those lines. We'll see what we are going to be doing. Then we have the, well, Asus PCIe 5 GHz Wi-Fi adapter, which I decided to remove out of my main build to give my GPU some more, well, breathing room, because the fans and things had to ramp up a little higher than usual and I didn't like that. And then moving down, we just have, well, a drawer completely filled with fans, a bunch of them, and I'm very happy that I have most of these because they're not that common. And yeah, that's basically the fan drawer, just a bunch of fans. We have workstation fans, power supply fans, just general silent fans. You can see the quiet fan right here. Yeah, that's basically that. Then we move down once more, and we get to the drawer where I store my PSUs. These are, well, one of these is currently just standing by. The other one is my testing power supply. This is my testing power supply. Why is it a testing power supply? Because it only has one Molex and one SATA cable left, which is something that I kind of had to figure out, so that's why it's a testing power supply. Alright, so yeah, So, welcome inside of my bedroom. Now, this is my bedroom. As you can hear, the audio, it's not as reflective as the other room basically. So there we go, and now we basically can take a better look at this. We have a motherboard box from the Gigabyte board. We have my tablets here that I have. There used to be 4 of these, but now there's just only like 3 of these, because I gave one of them to my dad because he wanted one and his kind of broke, so we decided to kind of go ahead and kind of take it apart. So yeah, but we're fine now, and as you can see, they're just here. We have my liquid cooler on top of here. I wish it was really a 3 fan cooler. That would have just been better, but anyways, that's that. Then we move down. We have my, you can see how many Apple products I actually have. I know you're gonna go on a rampage in a second. Why do you have so many Apple products when you only use, Windows mainly? It's just that I am a collector, and I started with Apple a while ago now, to the point where I just don't care because I can't be asked. We have my GPU here. As you can see, that's a RTX 3080. We have my shuttle PC, which used to be the PC from my grandma. Yeah, I can tell some stories about it. So she was driving this for several years. She said I was gonna give it to ya, and it ended up here. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Then we have my power supply box. This is straight Power 11 from Be Quiet, which is in my main rig. Then we move up. We have a B550M. This is the motherboard that is currently actually inside of my AI PC. So that's why that is inside of it. Then we have my mom's desktop board. Moving down from there, you can't really see it, but there's a Thermaltake box from my mom's AIO that she has. Moving down further, we have a TV for when I want to play some Wii games, because I don't have actual adapters to adapt my Wii to a regular TV. Behind that, there's another monitor, which those are basically small, and this is a 1080p TV, which kind of works, but yeah. I'm just gonna show you this side. My bed is not that important. So as you can see, I have a TV with a sound bar below. I'm not gonna go down because I don't want to show my face. But yeah, basically it has a sound bar from Blue Ship. No, it's Blue Dot. The translation is Blue Dot. And the Samsung TV. It's a little big TV, and it's nice for watching some stuff. I can even do some things with it because it has a Fire TV stick hooked up to it. No, I'm not a fan of Fire TV sticks, but that's just kind of nice to have, especially for when you're watching some stuff. Then in here, that's just my messy drawer. I'm not going to show that drawer. One thing I forgot to show is this drawer right here. It not only houses all of my jackets and a bunch of other things, amongst them of course being a bunch of disinfective spray bottles. Kind of cool. Then we have my Xbox Series X, which is no longer mine, but it doesn't even get used anymore. It's just inside of this closet collecting dust. I don't know, I'm hoping eventually they will be able to be modded so that we can use some modding stuff to mod these things, but I don't know. It belongs to my mom, so I probably am not allowed to do some modding stuff. Moving down below the jackets, you can probably barely see it. Let me step away here. There is a network switch. That in fact is the switch that I've made the video on. I'm storing it in this closet, hoping eventually that I will be able to, do some things with it and use it for networking, but we'll see about that. Now, of course, what's nice is even my bedroom has LED stripes inside of the room going on the ceiling and then back down. We did that so that when I want to get cozy, I can basically turn off the main lights and you guys can see how cozy that is. And yeah, that's basically my room tour. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!